What a wet start we got today. Oh, here comes Happy Hippo. Pete's bike, my bike, Andy's bike, and Africa Twin. Right then, breakfast done. Shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Oh. We'll get to go in 10 minutes when everyone's done their intros. I hope he's doing his vlog. Done. That's an awful lot. Stuff now looks like my bike's overloaded. It's not, it's because I've got all their shopping in there. Why is everyone going this way? Here we are. The Himalayans about, that's nice. Right, let's go find a campsite. Wow. They didn't have this many camping last time. This is packed, this is. I think whatever it is way busier than what was the first time at the ABR rally? Where was that?
A field just outside Banbury, literally just a field.
No water.
No water.
Toilet, shower? Porta cabins.
Portaloos. Yeah.
Portaloos.
No
no showers. Proper adventure.
Yeah.
Kind of the most famous 1200 in existence.
Everyone else. Oh my goodness. Real ale. Proper beer. Real ale. Real ale. Look at that.
Guinness as well.
Look at all that. Real beer.
Yeah. This is a real test. Can I find my way back? Semi-dark, semi-cut, my few beers, you know, it's problem with real ale stuff. We had a bottle of vodka. Now we've got to find my way back to the tent. Oh, I got a little bit lost. Hang on. Okay, there's the toilet sign, so we'll get back there and go straight that way and then hopefully find my tent. We're not going to have too much to drink. Then I'll over there and find my tent. Because this will get pretty water. Yes, there's a water coming from the sky as well. Loads of CRFs, loads of KTMs and loads of BMWs. I don't know, a tent's this big, just, I don't know, I mean they're amazing, but just unrealistic for travel. Look at the size of that! You need like a whole, one bike would have to hold that. Insane. Also jealous, you know, just, you know, my tent is pretty small. Okay, I think I'll go this way. There we go. Can't see anything now, it's getting really dark. There's a bike there, which you can't probably see. Wow, it's 11 o'clock. 11-ish. You can't see me, maybe you can see the outline of me, maybe not. Whatever. It's raining, got a bit on. Camera's getting a bit wet. Got my light on in my tent. Getting in a bit, I guess. I'm nice and dry. Poncho's nice and wet. Good old poncho. Vodka's finished. Oh well.
Right, signed in. Let's do the adventure trail. See how difficult it is.
So on my BMW I've got Heidenauer K60s, a very good 50/50 tyre. Their only true weakness is mud, and because it was raining all night, we decided possibly should skip the expert sections. We'd end up just creating some sort of traffic jam if I get a bit bogged in the mud. So we went the easy route. Now there is a speed limit of 25 miles an hour posted around here. If you see my speedo happen to jump up a little higher, it's because my rear wheel is spinning.
What's that noise? Is that me? That's him. Oh goodness. It sounds great. Yeah, so it's like going around the campsite almost. So far, the campsite was harder to navigate than this. And the only hazard is my hay fever. 2 or 2. Oh! You're right, bruv. Where are you going?
Right, Gaggle, I'm just going to get a bit of space.
Now apparently the day before the course was shut for quite a while because of an injury. Someone was wearing not appropriate gear. Now I think that you can ride with whatever gear you want. I don't care as long as it doesn't affect me, I guess you could say. It doesn't really affect me so much. But when you happen to close the course because they have to get an ambulance or they have to get someone off the course who's very injured and they can't move them, that's when they should probably not allow people to ride round in shorts and flip-flops.
See, that last time they let us on in groups, and I think that's what they should have done this time. Because then you get like gaps and stuff. Then you have the fast people be at the front of the group, they'd shoot off and probably be alright. So, I guess that, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Look at all that.
Massive respect to anyone going around this on a road bike with road tyres.
Okay, no, it's not bad now, all that we're in. out in front sort of thing. Cool, where's it going now? Right, so we're being nice and quiet for the old neighbour here. Let it tick over. Whoa! Got right there. Hope that is. Oh yeah. I guess a bit slippery, doesn't it? Sliding all over the shop. Okay, started off a bit boring, gets a bit more interesting as you go on, so it starts you off easy anyway. It's pretty good. Getting too hot now. Getting too hot. End went out then.
So if you're thinking about doing the adventure trail next year or something, then and it is your first time off-roading, I would really recommend you take like a litre of water with you and some chocolate bars or something, because to do all 20 kilometres on a big bike, first time sort of getting that taste for off-road, even if you're on a bike with road tyres and stuff like that, you'd probably want to stop and take a break. Just do that. Just stop and take a break. There's no harm in that. Me and Andy went through without really stopping. We just carried on going. The only time we had to stop was for traffic. But I really recommend, if you're new to off-roading, then stop at certain locations and just take a break, because otherwise you're going to be in this vicious cycle of getting tired, making a mistake, dropping a bike and getting even more tired. Ancient Chinese proverb says, "Slow and steady wins the race."
Oh, he's got a good old drift on there. Oi! Oh, he's gonna, if he keeps on spinning like that, he's gonna go down. Oh, he's down. Marshall's got him. Oh dear. Can't park there, mate. Very slippery in some parts, this trail is. New battery in, don't know when that conked out, whatever. But yeah, the course is, it would be, if it was dry, it'd be fine. You could go on any bike, but in spots it is super slippery. Which is a shame, because I know Pete won't want to go on his V85 TT around here. But this stuff he can do.
You've been out on a test ride?
Yeah, I've just come back on the F850 GSA.
What do you think?
It's really nice.
Hey, how early did you have to start queuing to get them test rides?
Well, I got my ticket the other day.
Oh, VIP access, eh? Have you done the trail yet?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really wet and slippy out.
What you got on your bike, tyres wise? K60s?
No.
Road Pilot, something.
Battle wings.
So they're road tyres, yeah?
Yeah, they're road tyres.
Did you go down?
No.
Just speaking to you because we met for the first time 2 years ago. Just very.
Is it me, or is there a lot of tents missing?
There'd be a lot of tents missing.
Yeah, I mean,
Post-
Mr. Fish is gone. As long as I don't fall on it, it's fine. Quite a lot of tents missing.
Yeah.
I think people have been here since Friday or whatever. No, because this is, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it was open from
I think they
Thursday.
couldn't get a test ride, so they went home.
So the first time the event was held at Ragley Hall, back in 2019, we were all given a goodie bag on entrance, which contained a mixture of things like hay fever medicine, I believe, a neckerchief, a keyring, a few other little bits and pamphlets, but more importantly, it had the magazine with the show guide and a map of the area, very handy. We didn't have it this time. You had to go online to look at the show guide to find out when the times were, etc., and then plan your day around that accordingly. Which was okay, but just a bit different way of doing things, which enabled me to plan saying, okay, I'm going to do the trail ride in the morning and I'm going to listen to a couple of talks in the evening, and then we can go have something to eat after. But what we got beer wise this year was, well, a much better plus. We actually had real ale on tap, from actual firkins, which means you had to lay them. But unfortunately it's only 9 gallons of firkin. The fact that you have to lay beer, you can't move it around once you've set it up. It can be very difficult to judge numbers and stuff, so I hear some of the stuff did run out, but it could be just because the other stuff wasn't ready or was still jostled enough when it was coming out cloudy. So yeah, very hard to judge, especially at a big event like this. So that, that's something that you can't really avoid. But the price was around £4.50 on average per pint, so that's pretty damn good as far as I can see for a big event like this. Food wise though, it was not very good. People had to wait long times and it was nothing to write home about. which is why we never relied on it, and we ended up having a BBQ the first night, and the second night, Conquers Apparel, the people who run the clothing department in 1066 CAF, had bought a load of stuff and invited us over to have some nosh with them. So I did a quick bit of shopping to get some beers, and then listened to a couple of more talks, Nathan Millward and one Steph Beyond.
Evening, where are we at?
Evening, yeah. 3 pints deep, I think you are, so...
Well, yeah, I suppose because you're waiting to listen and sort of chat with Steph Jevons. If anyone's wondering who Steph Jevons is...
And then we had a barbecue. Now, closing out, my thoughts on the festival. Will I go again? Probably not. I've been to it a couple of times now. I know the routine, and I'm going to go probably find something else. But should you go if you've never done this before? It's a little, but just remember, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than last time. Hopefully they do a bit more with it. It doesn't matter how many bikes the company bring, there'll always be a shortfall on bikes for test riding. Let's face it, if you're dying to test ride the latest KTM or whatever, you would have already booked it and you would have already had a test ride before this event. And if you're really serious about buying a bike, well, you would definitely find a way to buy that bike. Queuing wise, yep, the queues are a little bit ridiculous in certain places. Sometimes you can't really avoid it. Last time I made a video on the ABR Festival, I did point out that there was a lack of beer and lack of toilets. They did solve them problems. They did up the amount of toilets, and they did up the amount of, and put real ale on tap, which is fantastic. But this time, the only problems that I would say that would need to be changed would be possibly make the toilets unisex, so that it speeds up things in the mornings, possibly change the positioning of them or something, to stop people clustering around one type or one area. And secondly, when you check in, you need to have a map and a show guide so that you can see what's on, where everything is, nice and easy, rather than looking on the internet to find it all there. And then thirdly and finally, when going on the adventure course, only let people on the adventure course who are wearing proper bike gear. The prices have already come out for next year's event. You do have to pay an extra supplement for going to the off-road course, and it would really suck if one person went out on their BMWg650gs GSA whatever, was wearing flip-flops, sandals and a t-shirt, decided to bin their bike on the first corner in a bad spot, ended up breaking something, and then having to close the course, waiting for paramedics to get there to pick him up and get it out. Yes, I know it could happen when you're wearing any type of gear. Doesn't matter how you crash, especially with a big heavy bike like that, but at least that cuts down the risk. Now what we did is we packed ourselves up to continue our adventure up north, but I'll save that for a different video. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a like, whatever, and I'll catch you in the next video.